Alright, so this video here is created to complement my article on my website, and what I'm going to be talking about is just a program that I developed for clients that's been quite helpful, and I've been able to help a lot of clients get really good strength gains on it, and it's a very simple method. It's something that I use myself. I call it time muscle matrix because it's basically a matrix of exercises that you manage into a specific time. You can call it maybe a repackaging of some sort of workout program, but this is just some sort of method to make sure that you hit all body parts and then you get all the work you need to get done. Because there's so many different exercises to do, and there's so many different things to really give you good results and progress. But I think a lot of the time, or actually I know a lot of the time, what people have trouble with is just following some sort of systematic program. Some programs are a little bit more too complicated or too difficult to do, and they have difficulty following it. And then they have other programs that are kind of like not basically they're not built in a way where you're able to make a safe progression, because some workout plans tend to be too advanced and you get stuck in the mindset of having to do more and more and more. Now with this workout, again, I call it time muscle matrix, is basically you do it's a 10-week program. Okay, you do 2-week intervals. Okay, every 2 weeks you're going to be changing the repetition scheme. Alright, so for weeks 1 and 2 you'll be doing 15 reps. For weeks 3 and 4 you'll be doing 12 reps. For weeks 5 and 6 you'll be doing 10. And then for 7 and 8, for weeks 7 and 8 you'll be doing 8 reps, and then for weeks 9 and 10 you'll be doing 5 reps. Okay, the whole idea is throughout the week you're going to get a certain or specific amount of volume on a particular body group. In this case, you're going to essentially do somewhere between 12 and 10 sets per body part per week. Okay, somewhere around those range. You can pick the muscle groups you choose. You always want to start with the large muscle groups first. Again, I've laid out a basic program. You just do bench press, dumbbell chest press, lat pull down, bent over rows, or you can do seated row instead. Overhead shoulder press, lateral raise, or rear delts, or lateral raise, or both. And there's a series of, let me just look at my notes here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are basically 9 exercises that I recommend. You do a total of 9 exercises. All exercises, you're going to be doing a total of 6 sets, alright, throughout the week. So if you wanted to, you can do all 6 sets in one day, or you can split it up. You can do 3 one day, 3 another. We'll just use bench press as an example. You can do bench twice a week, 3 and 3, or you can do bench 3 times a week, 2 sets, 2 sets, 2 sets. It just all depends. Again, I made this program as simple as I possibly can make it, and depending on your level of your current fitness level, it will depend upon kind of how hard you push yourself, and also how you stagger the workout so it makes sense. As far as like I have 2 exercises for chest, which is bench press and dumbbell chest press. That's what I recommend. You'll do 6 sets of each. You could do 12 sets in one day. That will probably take you entire day, or about 45-30 minutes. If you push yourself hard enough, you take the appropriate rest, that's probably going to take you about 45 minutes to do. Again, it depends, it depends on your conditioning. Because if you're deconditioned, sometimes you're not going to be able to complete all the sets, and you're just going to have to drop in weight. When you get more conditioned, you're going to be able to do a lot more. But just remember, think about this. Week 1 and 2, you're doing sets of 15. I mean, 6 sets of 15 is pretty brutal. I mean, no matter what condition you're in, whether you're in really good condition or whether you're out of shape, because in the end, the weight is going to be relative to what your level is. So if you're more advanced, you lift heavier weights. For me, 15s on like the bench will be like a grueling, man, it's like 185, and and that could be a lot to some people, little to others, but I mean, that is grueling. That burns like hell. So, and for another person it could be like 95 pounds. It doesn't matter. It still hurts just as much. So that's what you're trying to do with the workouts. And then in each week, so weeks 1 and 2, you're expected to go up in weight, but the reps stay the same. You don't go up a whole lot. So then when you go from week 2 to week 3, the weight goes up a lot because your reps drop. So you're just going to have to guesstimate. I recommend roughly about 7 to 10%. If you're out of shape or you really haven't worked out in a while, you should get a pretty big jump, probably like 15 or 20%. If you're in shape, it's probably going to be the lower end. So anyways, I hope this helps. If you didn't, just kind of like a Cliff Notes version if you didn't want to read the article.